This is a Tour of Love, an international event 36 hours streaming live on the E360 TV platform, beaming the vibe of love around the world to audiences of all ages, all nations, with the intention of changing the way cancer is done. This is the CB4L Buddies Network, and we are healing through connections. So get on the bus, get ready, and let's welcome the Tour of Love.
Oh, hi, I'm Fran Kaplan, the Guinness Book of World Records fastest talking female in the world. I also hold 9 world records. I did a book signing on top of Kilimanjaro down by the wreck site of the Titanic. I've written 22 books. I'm a comic. I do a lot of things. But the thing that I'm really excited about now is that I am joining the Tour of Love. Ooh. And I am going to be joining it with a lot of talented people, and it's for a really good cause. So I am going to take actually an RV. I am just trying to find on the map what route I need to get to take this tour of love. There's got to be hearts or something on this. Anyway, I'll figure it out. In the meantime, why don't you find out what it is and join us?
Hey, Groovy Buddies! Join us for a lot of laughs and
Jack jokes
on November 30th through December 1st. Make sure to join the Tour of Love.
Hello, how are we doing this morning, evening, afternoon? I have to say that because we are international. So I don't know where you are looking at me at, but I'm just glad you are. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Tour of Love. And you're probably saying to yourself, where is the queen? Where's Tamara? Well, I know she's coming, but guess what? And I know why she's doing this too. Because this is the sponsor hour that I have for me. So that's why I'm here. So hello, everybody. I hope you're doing well. It has been amazing. I mean, oh, here's the queen. I'll bring her up. Let me bring her up. She's going to share this with me. Yay! Even though it's my hour.
Yes, it is your hour. You are the sponsor of the hour, and thank you for being the sponsor of the hour.
I feel like, I've been with you through the whole thing, Tamara.
You have been.
It's funny because it was funny because Carol yesterday, she was so sweet. She sent me the link for this hour. And I wanted to say I have the link for all the hours because I've been in all of them, making sure everybody's okay, happy, and all that good stuff. So how you doing, lady?
Good. I have to say that thank you for doing this because you have allowed for us. We thought we had it figured out with technology and everything, and thank goodness we did troubleshoot this. We had this figured out. We had a few different scenarios that we had gone through, and thank goodness we did. And you have been the superstar, keeping us fed with the video and everything. And good morning, Keith. and what a beautiful song, beautiful songs. And Barbara is a rock star. Yes, she
Well,
is.
Kim's a
What
rock
she
star.
is.
She's
Yes.
you talking about working behind the scenes and helping out, interviewing and stuff. Yes, Miss Kim is the rock star.
Oh
She rock.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Both of you guys are rock stars, and I'll tell you, it takes a team like
Takes a
this
team.
to,
It does.
and I'm so proud of our team. I'm so teams. And guys, yes, there's things still we need to get worked on and stuff, but I will tell you this, we have accomplished so much and there's more to come. We are now halfway through 36 hours live on web TV. And will we go and fix a few things and tweak a few things, and we still have some don't worry, everything that is supposed to take place, it will be taking place. Exactly. And we are continuing the tour of love. And so everyone will get the love sent out. We will have we're going to have our cute little, even the TV guide that may not be totally in place right this minute. We will have it for the past and then going into the future because it's so adorable. Oh my goodness. And we want that as a memory too. So everything is possible. So true.
Oh. Carol just said it, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was reading it. You did the Woody Woodpecker laugh. I love that laugh.
Oh no, I got to do it before I get off this hour, right?
Yep. So
Aaron's gonna hit me.
Are you gonna? We have your commercial, right? Or it's your intro.
Yeah. So I'll play that. Let me play that real quick, and then we can get into it.
Oh, I love that music, and I love that thing you do. How do you do that? Your little
like this.
Oh, I mean, whatever you do, it's just so adorable. I'm like, I gotta get that Barbara signature look thing going. Oh, you're good. You're good. You got it down. I'm gonna have to practice.
And I did it on purpose.
I'll have it. Okay, there you go. Okay, guys.
It's funny. Ever since I did that, my cousin said, she said, "That's kind of cute, Barbara. Maybe you should use that picture." I'm like, "Really?" And it seemed like everybody likes it now.
Oh, I love that one. Know. Oh, I do. It's like you just have that kind of like, oh, what you talking about? What you talking about?
Between
Let's
that,
talk. What are you talking about?
Between that and
oh, I know your finger. I know, and I always, even in chat, I'll like, okay, there's that finger. She's got the finger going now because my mom did the finger. And you always, because you have so many of the different traits that my mom had. And it's like, okay, there's that. I know that finger. There's the finger. I was like, okay, I love it. I love it.
Yeah. So yeah, I made that point. I'm like, I'm serious. When you see me with the finger, I'm like, I am serious with what I'm talking about. Listen to it. I love you, but listen to it. But yeah, but thank you, Tamara, for letting me have this platform. I mean, there's some goodies that I have that I want to show, but the biggest thing I just want to let people know, because I don't know if I've been volunteering. I have Success Saturdays that comes on Saturday, but I don't know if people really know other stuff that I do. So
and so I go for it. This is I'm here at your disposal. If you whatever you need me to do, I am here. This is your hour. You are a sponsor of our event, and you have you've been running the event, helping to run the event, and thank you for that. I mean, I feel like, okay, I'm like, everybody's gonna think she's really bossy. Barbara?
So I gotta ask for forgiveness from Kim and everybody else if I sound like I'm like, I don't know. Maybe the tiredness is kicking in, but I'm getting a second win right now. I'm like you, Tamara. I think this is my third second win.
I need another one of those second wins to come on. It's like, okay,
okay.
But it will. We're doing good.
Yeah, we are.
We are. The sun is going to be coming up here soon.
Oh, you have? So I have mine already. See, because it's 6 o'clock your time. It's 8 o'clock. It was 8:12 my time. So the sun's been peaked out.
Yeah. It's peaked its way around.
So I just want to, let me just explain myself. So basically, my biggest baby, as I call it, what I really love to do is what the company I created and found was called the Diamond Factor LLC. Now, there's a story behind that. A lot of people are like, okay, why did you call your company LLC? I mean, Diamond Factor, what's going on with that? Well, short version of the story is when I was younger, between 6 and 8, I was bullied. People used to tell me that I was ugly, fat, wouldn't go anywhere. Why? I remember this one little child, Tamara, he used to always come in every day. He would say, you just need to get out of school because you're not going to go anywhere. You're stupid. And he would say that every single day when I am in there. And I was like, first I was crying because, being a child 6 and 7 and hearing that from other children. And then after a while, I'm like, that's all he can think about every day is that 2 sentences. I started turning around like, you can't think of anything else to say? I started getting a little bit bold, still hurt, but I was like, okay, this is becoming an ongoing thing. But the nice thing about it is when I used to go home, my father used to greet me with open arms and tell me how smart I was, how beautiful I was. And he used to always say I was a diamond in the rough. So that stuck with me because, first of all, just being young, you hear diamonds, you're like, ooh, they sparkle. I like diamonds. So somewhere down the line, he see me sparkling somewhere. But he said in the rough part, because he would always explain to me that everyone's going to go through certain storms and hurricanes in their life. And then when I got older, I looked at those hurricanes and storms as stepping stones of strength. And I know Tamara and a lot of people hear me say that a lot. And I really believe that is that's the way to move forward when you are dealing with things. If you look at it on that side of the fence instead of looking at it like, oh, woe is me, I'm a victim, I'll be a victim forever. I say be victorious. I feel that's a better ring to it than always talking about, oh, woe is me. What do you think, Tamara?
Oh, I love that. In fact, I had never really put the connection, and yet when you just said that, victim, victorious, it's like, okay, the victim, victorious, and I love it, and it's just like all the songs and movements and everything that you inspire, Barbara, because you say things, and I think it might have something to do with getting to know you now for a while. You really study, and you have us study everything from motivational quotes to ourselves to really diving deeper in and helping us to then come out of it with more of an awareness. And so just even that right there, I'm like, ooh, that's good. It would almost be like there's another song coming, I bet.
Oh no, is Skip on? Is he around? You know how he does. He'll sit there and find it. And next thing you know, he whoops up a song and it's like Emmy Award. It's like, yeah, how you do that? That's his genius. That's his talent. I really, you know, I admire him. I admire you. I mean, you all, you know, I love the group and I love the community. So just to forward, going back to my story on where the diamond thing came from. So my father was my rock. He was my diamond because he was the one that always encouraged me, told me, you know, I'm going to be this wonderful, you know, young lady that's going to grow up and going to be smart and, you know, get good grades. And he said, you got to get good grades. And that's one thing he always pushed me is education because he had, now I'm thinking about it, he had 2 bachelor's degrees. Now I'm thinking about it. Yeah. And he always said that, you know, no matter what, Barbara, nobody can take away your knowledge that you have inside here. So just keep, you know, please, whatever you do, just keep pressing on. Unfortunately, at the age of 17 for me, he passed, and a sadful pass, because and people heard my story. He was murdered when I turned 17. So that really just, you talking about an earthquake. I think that was earthquake, a tsunami, and everything all built up into one. To the point where I was talking about taking my own life because I felt like I wasn't worthy. And I was going back in that little cycle with the children saying that I'm not going to be about anything because I'm thinking he's not here to encourage me. But God is good. And then, you know, I believe in God. Everybody has different, you know, ways of the higher power or whatever. But I believe in God because he turned it around through a person, in fact, a nurse, that basically when I kind of lost it after I found out about my father dying, and they had to take me to the hospital because they put me on a suicide watch because they didn't know what I was going to do. They were kind of nervous, like, she might, whatever. So after staying there for 2 days, yes, Kim, after staying there for 2 days, Tamara, I mean, you heard the story. I was in and out to the point I was like, you know what? I just want to end this. I'm done. But the nurse came in, she had to take they do their thing, take the vital signs and give me the medication and stuff and calm me down. And she kind of turned around after she was going to walk out the room and she looks at me and she's like, I don't know what you're thinking about right now. She said, in fact, I probably have an idea, but I don't think that your parent, whoever passed away, because she didn't know my parents, she just knew I lost a loved one. She said, I don't think they would want you to give up your life. And they put so much life in you to help you grow. Because she said something about it. She said, I don't know what it is. And then she just was like contemplating this, what she was trying to say. And then she just said a diamond in the rough. She said, it's like, I don't know, just coming out of my mind, like you're a diamond in the rough. So when that it was like the snap in my head and in my heart, everything kind of connected because my dad used to say that. And I was like, how does she even know my dad? She doesn't know anything about me. So that started the journey for me. That started the journey because I promised myself, Tamara, I always say, I promise I'll tell anybody. I mean, I usually, work with, business women that's trying to understand their purpose and passion and drive, as I'll say. But I promise, I said, I don't want anyone to feel that they're not valued, to feel that they can't speak, and to feel like they can't move to the next level. I told myself, I said, that is my mission in life. And I've been pushing forward ever since. That's why I'm always, I like people to put them in, give them exposure, give them the opportunities. I push them. I say, I'm that cheerleader, always cheering, always. Even if I can be feeling, like a bad day. I know somebody said, you never look like you have a bad day. I said, I have bad days. I just don't put it out there to everybody sometimes. But yeah, I got my bad days. But even with that, I still want to see people just, be their best in what they want to do, whatever they want to do. And don't let anybody sit there and say they can't, because we can only stop ourselves. I always tell you, sometimes we just sabotage ourselves and not getting things what we want. Yeah. So Tamara, Queen, I know she always said, I remember a long time ago, she used to say, why do you call me Queen? And I told Tara, I said, you're royalty, because look at what you went, look at your story, look at where you came from, and then your mother was your angel, your guardian, and helped you, and then you're still standing tall. Come on. How now she's not a queen.
Well, I'm good when you go into, well, and then you say, well, I call everybody a queen. We're all queens, and that's when I was like, okay, I can do that. Because and that's where that self-love and seeing that self-worth, and then embracing the I am, like we were talking about before, or that the possibility, or whatever it may be, but embracing the royalty. And we all have royalty in us. We all have royalty in us, and it's a matter of if we want to get in tune with it or not.
Yeah, and believe in it. And believe in it. And that's the biggest thing. I think it's the hardest thing for some people, even though sometimes they don't recognize it, because it's so easy. I know I hear a lot of people say, well, it's so easy to tell other people they're doing well, or they're awesome and amazing and everything else. But then when you start turning around and say, well, how about you? Aren't you amazing? Aren't you wonderful? They're like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm good. I'm like, no. And then they're like, oh, here you go. It's like, no, you're amazing. You're wonderful. And that's when that comes out. Yeah,
I love that. Yeah. that laugh. Yes, I love it.
So that's. Oh, go ahead, Tim.
I was just going to say that I need to step away for just a moment.
Oh yeah, go step.
I will be back in just a moment, but I need a little powder nose break. Okay, there we go.
Well, yeah, we've been doing this for hours. I know she needs a lot of powder nose. Well, what I want to do before, and this is going to take, I think this is like a 17-minute video. So one thing I was going to explain is under the Diamond Factor umbrella that I have, there's 3 things that I do. First, I'm a motivational speaker, international. Well, yeah, I'm going to say it, international speaker. That means I'm speaking it into existence, I'm speaking it into the future. Yeah, I'm going to say that. Yeah, I'm an international speaker. And then I'm also a coach, a purpose strategist coach, where basically I teach people, I call PPD, purpose, passion, and drive in your life. I always say that's the foundation of everybody's life, because when you know your purpose, when you stand strong in your gifts and your talents, and you know you have that passion behind it, and then that drive that just drives it before us. And people always ask me, well, Barbara, what does the drive mean to you? I said the drive and the PPD that I call it, drive means that every time you feel like you want to stop running the race, every time you feel like you want to give up, you go back to those situations that you've been through, that you conquered. See, I conquered my dad when I was 17. He died. The death that was, to me, that was crazy. I hated it. But then after that, we all have our stories in life. I mean, I tell people and I don't mind one thing about me, I like to be open with my stories because I want to help others. If I can connect with somebody and it helps us one person in this world, then I feel like I did my due diligence. I did my job. So even after 17, I lost my dad. At the age of 23, I was sexually abused at the age of 23. Another hard one. But again, I had to make a decision. And that's in anything that happens in your life. You got to make a decision. Either you're going to go left, you're going to right. And that's where it's like that fork in the road, as they say. There's all different sayings how they say it. But you have to make that decision to say to yourself, again, as I said earlier with Tamara, are you going to be a victim in your life, or are you going to be victorious? I want to be victorious because I want to be an example for people to make sure that they know that they can move forward. So I said, any woman that at that time gets abused, I want them to know that they can move forward from that. That I know that no that you said to the person meant a yes, but I don't want you to be a victim of that. for the rest of your life. So I'm like, you know what? Turn it around, straighten up and say, you know what? I'm never going to let nobody make me feel that way. And I'm not going to feel that way no matter how much what they did. So at that point, there's another turning. I had to make a decision. Then at the age of 43, that's when I found out about me having uterus cancer. And I had to take care of that. And I know I told the story the other day. Me and Kim shared Service Heroes the other day, which was so neat. I loved doing that with Kim. And I told my story. And that was another stepping stone of strength that I had to take in my life. So those are just some of the things that I always share, because I want people to know that you can get through it. Some people be like, I can't believe about it. You still have a smile on your face with some of the things you go through. Why not? It's not anybody else's fault what I went through or what I dealt with. So I got to make sure, if we're leaders, and we're all leaders here, each and every one of us is a leader. Each and every one. You might think, well, I'm not a leader. I'm not over anything. No, your life is, you're building legacies with people within what you do in your life, the decision that you make, because people are watching us all the time. So with that said, so that's what I do. The other thing I do in the Diamond Factor is I'm a social media contents coach. I basically say, okay, you're spectacular, you're wonderful. Let's make sure that every platform in social media is saying that about you. It's funny, I was coaching a lady the other day. This is really cute. And she's like, Barbara, yeah, tell me. She said, I'm on Instagram and on Facebook, and LinkedIn and stuff. So I said, okay, let me do an audit on all your platforms. So I did an audit and I looked at her Facebook, and it said she was an interior designer. So I said, okay, she's an interior designer. And then I get on LinkedIn. She said she was a secretary. And I said, okay. Didn't see anything about a interior designer, just secretary. So I said, okay. So let me look on her Instagram. I was getting scared after a while. I'm like, what this woman does? I get on Instagram. She said she's a farmer. So then I'm like, wait a minute. This is a joke. You know how they said, okay, the joke's on me. Come out. Let's say it. Okay, I've been punked. Like they say, I've been punked. But then I came back to her. I'm like, you have 3 different things on your face, on your social media platform. What are you talking about? She's like, well, see, when I was younger, I was on the farm with my family. And then she said, then, I was secretary to certain years. And then after that, I'm studying to be a interior designer. I said, we got to fix this. I said, you're not a farmer no more. Take that off of there. So she thought about it. She's like, you know what, Barbara? You're the first one that really came to me and really said, it don't make any kind of sense. But I just thought that I always tell that story because to let people, it's funny, but I want to say that because people need to know who you are in all aspects of social media. And people always say, well, social media, it's social media. It's social. You're meeting people. You're talking to people. They're getting to talk to you through social media. If that's just like if you were coming to a networking organization in person, what are you going to say? Well, my name is Barbara Beckley. I'm a farmer, interior designer, and a secretary. And what else? No, you're going to introduce yourself. Say, my name is Barbara Beckley. I'm the founder of Diamond Factor LLC and call it a day. Now, under that, I'm a speaker. I'm a coach and all that, but I'm not a farmer. But it's just, I just thought that was kind of funny. But yeah, that's one thing I do. I coach on social media. So that's a lot of things. And then the thing that I love to do is I do sponsorships. And what I mean by that is I interview business lady that's like either starting, in the middle of it, maybe retired, whatever, all women that are out there just pushing forward, because I want to always see what made them the way where they are. When I see the CEOs of ladies in different companies, I always want to interview and say, what started you? What just put that little star on you to say, I want to do that? What was the purpose of it? So I do those kind of interviews because I always tell people, and then hopefully this helps for everybody, this is women and men, that when a person knows your story, they won't be too judgmental. Hopefully they don't be too judgmental because they understand, okay, they've been placed, they've been dealing with some things. And then they understand, and it creates this relationship. It creates a relationship with the person that you're partnership with, or opportunity, whatever. So you want to make sure they get to know you, and that's what I do with my interviews. So talking about an interview, well, before I do this, I want to put on, because I've been doing a lot of talking, so let's do since I've been doing the background of this too, I'm like doing double duty here. Let's hear why the Tour of Love and Chemo Buddies, everything started by the wonderful Queen.
Hello, my name is Tamara Hunter, and I want to welcome you to Chemo Buddies for Life. We believe in healing through connections, and in fact, we believe it so much. I am out here in nature right now, connecting, because we also believe in healing through nature. You will be taking a journey with us, like this river here. And in this journey, you're going to be connecting not only with other buddies, you'll be connecting with yourself. We have the celebration journal, and we are going to make sure that you have one of your own. You will have an opportunity with our community to connect with yourself. Also, within the journey that you're going to be taking with us, you'll have an opportunity to create your own profile. In it, you'll be either announcing that you have heard 3 words our community has heard. You have cancer, either for yourself or for someone that you love. I'm holding these purple flowers because purple represents many things in nature. First of all, it's beautiful. It represents a higher frequency. And Chemo Buddies for Life, year 2020, we declared it to be the year of love. We believe in the frequency of love. We also know that purple is the universal cancer color. So when you declare on your profile what cancer you've been associated with, you can either decide to tell us which one or go with the purple, universal. Also, as I'm standing here looking at this beautiful view, it makes me think of the fact that we are a community. We are building a worldwide community. And it's like this river that I'm staring down at. When you think of a river, it comes from a variety of different areas. There may be snow that's melted. There may be different creeks that have come together. And then it goes on its journey just like down this way. It has a fork in the road, a fork in the river. So does our website. Our website, as you get to know it, as you get to know the community, you're going to find that you can have a buddy of your own, or you can fork in the road and you can decide to go off into the community, of which we have so many things to offer for you. So the bottom line is this, is get to be a part of like this community river, like the river that's come together from all different areas. We are bringing people from the United States, from Canada, from Europe, from Asia, from Africa, from all areas of the world. We are a global family, and we welcome you. So come and join us. Be a part of the community. Get involved. We're going to help you through every single step of the way. I am glad that you have found us. So now, let us get you to be a part of our community. We are healing through connections. We are healing through buddies. Welcome.
No matter how many times I hear the Queen talk about that, and I feel like glass are falling over me, it just is a whole different meaning on why we do what we do. It just really just blows me away when she sits down and she walks through it. And it makes me know why I do what I do and why I do and why I volunteer. So thank you, Tamara, for being the queen that you are, and all the ladies that are Queen Diamonds. So I have a special guest. Since it was my hour, I said, okay, Tamara said, put it together. So I have a lady that you're talking about queen. She's a queen. We partner with a lot of things. We do a lot of things together. And I have to say, she has been a mentor to me in a lot of ways. So I'm going to bring her up. She's taking the time out of her busy schedule to come on and be with me with the hour with them sponsoring. And in fact, you're going to see her later on today too. So you're going to get a double doses of this woman. So let me bring her on. And Tamara, I want you to come up too. Miss Lawana Bradford. She was like, hello.
Hello.
Hey. Long time no see.
How's it going?
It's going. I was just early, I did my little commercial and I explained to everybody who I really, it's funny, I can always come in Chemo Buddy. I'm always doing Success Saturdays and, trying to give, positive, but I never really told them the other stuff I do. So I kind of got into a little bit of that thing.
Yeah. You're juggling. Well, I don't even want to call it juggling. I mean, you're balancing things very well.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'll stick with that.
Yeah. At least on the outside looking in, it looks like you got it all under control.
And be like, woo. So yeah, I wanted to, as you know, because you're a part of this too. You're you're a volunteer here too with the Tour of Love and what Chemo Buddy does. And we were both, I introduced you to it, and then you just came in and giving so much wisdom to the group too. So I wanted you to come in because I love how they said the Tour of Love this year for the theme, because it's so important right now. And I wanted to talk about that a little bit because, as we all know, it's the elephant in the room. We still put it out there. We know it's been a pandemic we're dealing with, then everything else flows from there with the economy and then the justice that's going on, all that stuff, But through all that, we still need love. We still need the love there. So, Luana, give me your take on that, because it is important right now.
Right. Well, like the Beatles said, the song, all you need is love. Love is all you need.
Love is all you need. Love is all you need. Yeah.
Yeah, that is so important. And we hear it all the time. But one of the things that you and I talk about, especially, just on the other platforms that we're on, is self-love is so important. It's so critical. It's like if you are unable to just truly love who you are, all the good, the bad, and the ugly, then it's really difficult. It's probably almost impossible to love someone else. I mean, because what are you pouring from, right? Your well is empty. So then how do you give to others? And I think that in loving ourselves, it comes to a point where we're able to just accept ourselves and say, okay, this is where I am right now. And it's good. And life is happening now. And I'm going to do the best that I can with what I have right now. And in my opinion, that's where love begins. It's just that point of accepting who you are.
Yeah, you're so true. So true. And, when you have people in your life that, especially, close friends that shows you that love, I always tell people, please appreciate that, because you don't get that many in life. A lot of people say, I got all these friends. And I'm like, I hate to tell you, they just might be a lot of associates here and there, but those true friends will fight to up to anything that you do. They'll come when no one else is going to come. They'll give the hugs when you really need them. And, I have to say, Luana, I got to tell you, because I'm just going to peek people here. She just flew in from visiting her parents in Arizona. So she said, okay, I'm going to make some time and some room to come in today while you're on Tour of Love. So that's love. I had to say that's love. That's love, because she could have said, Barbara, I've been flying. I got a lot of stuff going on. Everything's, on my plate, but she took the time to do it. So I want to thank you for that, Mama. I really do. I appreciate you.
Oh, thank you for having me. I mean, this is awesome to be a part of this. This was something that you introduced to our Celebrate You community, and both you and I are conquerors, so I 100% believe in the mission of this organization and what Tour Love is doing as far as promoting awareness and getting people to donate, right? We need some donate. So, folks, if you like what you're hearing, go in and donate. Chemo Buddies for Life. Or CB.org, CB4L.org.
They got a cover for me. I'm switching gears here because I've been doing so much of the background all day.
Oh, okay.
So now they got me covered now. They putting the things up and everything. So thank you, Kim. She's down below. But yeah, please donate. And, as we said, and the biggest thing that we're always telling people within this organization is we don't want anyone to be alone going through the journey. That's the biggest thing. And I said this before. I know I said it the other day on Service Heroes because me and Kim was doing that the other day. And I said, I was alone, even though I was married and I had family around me. They didn't know what to do. They were kind of like, okay, what do we do with this? You have what? I was almost like a disease or something to say, I don't even want to talk or touch you. I don't know what to say. So they stayed away. They stayed away.
Can I say something right there? And this is just, and I think I told you this whole.
Uh-oh. She froze. Uh-oh.
And
we've been dealing with this
like
all now.
We're okay. It looks like our.
Okay. Yeah, you pop back in.
Yeah, okay. Because you popped out. We're on. We're good. I think it's just allowing people to be where they are. And when you think about journeys and the difficulty, sometimes it's people really, they don't know what to say and they don't know what to do. And because of that, then there's this feeling of guilt. So when you start to feel guilty, what's the most comfortable thing to do? It's to retreat. It's not that they don't want to be there. They don't know how to be there. And sometimes people just don't have the capacity to be there and to watch, sometimes the ugliness of this journey, right? And so I've just learned to just allow people to be where they are. Don't put any expectations on them. And just through prayer and faith, trust that the people who are supposed to be in and around my life during each stage of the journey, they will show up, and some in the most unexpected places. But if I'm focused on person X just has to be there because I was there for them, invariably, I tend to be disappointed. So.
Yeah, most of the time I'm disappointed because I'm so busy and I don't give other people chances. Like you said, people, we keep popping in and out.
How do you?
You popped out. I mean, I look down. Tamara popped out. She's not down. Here. Okay, we're still okay. So yeah, you never know the people that are going to be there. The people that you think that that you're like wanting to say, okay, they're going to be there for, is the ones they disappoint you sometimes, and then the ones that you're thinking, oh no, not them. They're like right there with open arms. You're like, really? So yeah, so I've seen that in my lifetime. And I step back and say, I can't even, I don't like to prejudge that type of thing anymore because I always seem like it always hits me and says, see, you shouldn't have went there. See, the person that's really there for you is the one that you thought was not at all. In fact, you have issues with them.
So the other thing is when we think about love, people receive love in different ways. And in their mind, love translates differently. So that's the other thing it's important to understand how a person receives love and give and do for someone the way you would want it, right? It's like, okay, well, that may work for me, but it may, like, I enjoy getting cards. And I met him years ago. So I'm doing what he was sick. I'm sending cards. And he said, I really appreciate you sending cards, but you don't need to waste your money because I'm not a card kind of person.
Um,
I got offended. I was like, I'm taking my time going to the store to find these beautiful, warm-hearted cards, and you're saying you don't want them. And then I had to check myself and say, Luana, but he's telling you that's not how, that doesn't lift his spirits. Because he said, I'd rather you pick up the phone.
Okay.
And say, hey, how's it going? He said, I'd rather hear your voice.
Yeah.
Get a card in the mail. He said, I'm just not a card person. And even to this day, Barbara, because I am such a card person, it's still like, why not?
He's like, I want a card.
But I respect how he wants to receive love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And like you're right. I mean, I love that you brought that point across, that you have to basically meet people where they are. And then you won't, I feel like when you really get used to doing that, then you won't be so, I don't want to say what, heartbroken or disappointed or whatever the word might be, because you're just going by, what you're dealing with there where they are. So it's like, well, I can't get upset about that. Why am I getting upset? Because sometimes I had to ask myself, I said, I'm putting more energy about getting upset than they are. And they're just walking along, just going through life. And then you're sitting there like this because you're upset because they didn't do something that you would want to do. Oh, look at Sherry, the hugs and kisses. Hey, love Sherry. And hugs. Hey, Sherry. I have to say, she hasn't been on since this morning. But yeah, so, just with this whole tour of love, wonderful theme. And I think I was telling Kim that this should go on. I mean, I was talking about how Thanksgiving, how I was hoping to tell people, just don't take that one day and then turn around and go back to the normal routine. I think the same thing we need to do this with the tour of love. I mean, once, because it's a 2-day, 36-hour. After that, don't sit there and say, okay, tour of love, okay, bye-bye. And then they just go on their merry way like everything is whatever. No, this should be a starting point, if it needs to be in your life, to move forward and show that love.
I totally agree. And then going back to what I was saying about allowing, it is so easy for us. We get excited, we get hyped around a cause, an event, a big, and then life happens and we just get back into our lane of living. So there's nothing wrong with that. And I think that's why God has put in place the people like the Tamaras or you or me and Kim and Sherry and other people who can continue to press. And then when we need the masses to come in and reinforce, we do events like Tour of Love.
Well, I have an announcement in regards to the continuation of the Tour of Love. We actually are going to be continuing the Tour of Love, and be watching for that. It's going to be a weekly thing with a quarterly event. So nice. I thought I would let you know, because yes, it is too important. And this is a movement, a cause, and something we need to keep going forward. And so, yes, get your coffee cups ready. This is one of our too.
Peace.
Mine's radiate joy. I got joy. You got love. I have joy.
I love it. Okay, I'm gonna go down.
I have nothing. I was looking around. I have
no, but what do you have behind you? What does your behind say? Sparkle?
Oh yeah. Yeah, she leaves little sparkle everywhere she goes.
There you go.
Sparkle everywhere. So yeah, you leave
sparkle.
Somebody told, now this again, that's why I say you can't get upset at people. You got to meet them where they are, right? So somebody was watching me. I was doing, just my interview, and I had a little, sign there. And one lady typed in a message. She said, Barbara, I like what you were saying. The interview was nice, but I was distracted by that sign back there. You need to take that down.
It's like, you need some sparkle in your life. Sprinkle a little pixie dust your way.
I mean, it's funny because she was like, you did this. She said, but you didn't take it. I mean, she was like, you didn't take it down. Just get rid of it. She said, it was distracting. I kept looking at it. Well, maybe there was a reason for that. You gotta love them. I always say that every time I hear someone say, the feedback that I get from people, I'm like, okay, I'll take that, put that to the shelf, and throw it away. I did my little, yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad they put that there because we have a store and there's oh my gosh, there's so many mugs, so many different kinds. I know, Luana, you ordered one, didn't you?
I ordered one, but I need to get the Tour of Love mug because I don't have the Tour of Love one.
Oh, you got to. In fact, I was waiting on mine. I ordered it, and I thought I was gonna get it before the. Well, that's my fault. I ordered it a few days ago. I'm like, can I get here before the Giveathon? In the back of my mind, I'm like, Barbara, you just ordered it Thursday, really? You're pushing it. You're pushing it. But yeah, there's so many now. I mean, Tamara created so many different mugs. It's nice a collection of them. Oh, so just let everybody know, hint, and the money goes towards donating for, Chemo Buddies for Life. So CB4L. So
CB4L.
CB4L. So I know my time is ticking, but thank you for sharing this sponsored hour with me. I really appreciate it. I wanted to, like I said, I really wanted, there was a secret behind it. And that's what I wanted to tell you earlier about how much I appreciate you and love you for what you do. Not just for me as a friend, but for everybody that you touch. Everybody that you touch. Yeah.
Much love your way. And I just want to say, earlier I mentioned Celebrate You, Women Embracing Wellness. And I'm just so honored to be able to showcase everything that CB4L.org doing, and we're able to expose more people to this amazing cause. And the one thing that we always say, which ties right into the Tour of Love, is love yourself, embrace yourself, and always celebrate you. And to celebrate yourself first starts with self-love, and then extending that love out to others and making that impact, making that difference in the world. And that's what Tour of Love is doing, and Tamara Hunter, and just all the amazing support and volunteers that are around this huge movement. So it's just a blessing and an honor to be here with you early morning, because I'm still on the West Coast times.
Oh yeah. I think Would it be what time? It would be like 6 o'clock. Well, it's 6 o'clock. I know Pacific, or 6:50 something now.
Yeah, I'm an hour ahead of Pacific.
You're out ahead.
So it would have been 7, but it's all good.
Yeah, believe me, I feel like I was telling Tamara, I said, I'm doing my third win now. I mean, we've been up with each other since, I don't know, we started at 12 o'clock yesterday or something like that. Yeah, it was around,
wow.
It was that time.
Yeah, 12 o'clock.
It's been that, we've been, we've been together for that long and pushing it through. So, I'm just glad, and it's funny because, the tiredness, just like last year when we did, I'll make it real quick. We did it together last year, the 36 hours. And I felt, you feel it a little bit because, that your body's talking. But you're so pumped up in what you're doing because, you're helping others. You hope that you're helping others and giving value. So that's what pushes you. I think that's the gas in us. And then after it's all over, it's like, then you go like, whoop. So thank you, Luana, so much. Oh, there's Carol. Yeah, Carol. And thank you, Tamara, for, having sponsors that we can come on and, show ourselves and also give the love. Give the love to people.
Well, thank you. Thank you both. Thank you both. All right. I'm going to let you close it out. I just wanted to say thank you both for today and for this hour. And we will be seeing, Barbara, I'm hanging with you, and Luana, I'll see you in a little while.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll be back. The afternoon shift.
I know, and I'll be with you, but undercover and underneath. So, so I wanted to play the song. This is this when we all got together this past Thursday. A lot of the chemo people, volunteers, we all got together, and the new song that we have, We Are the One. So I'm going to play that, and that's going to close us out. So enjoy.